sure that the digital viewfinder like this, and the viewfinder is still lagging behind. So it's not a natural way of how you film or even take photos. Let's suppose I want to take a photo of a person who's not moving, for example, with this gentleman. So I'm taking a photo. If you're not moving, that's fine. But the moment I'm filming a car or a horse or any type of fast subject, usually the viewfinder is lagging, right? So they kind of waited a couple of years till they launched their mirrorless cameras until they made sure that they have the technology. On top of that, now that we removed the mirror, we made the camera a little bit skinnier. So now you can have it with less weight. Especially there is the Canon, the R, and there is the Canon RP, the new one. It's very lightweight, very cheap. I think it's like $1,200, $1,300. So it's very competitive for a full-frame mirrorless camera. It's really an innovation. So that's why they waited for a while until they launched the mirrorless. Now, is it the future? Definitely. Some for the next 3 years, 4 years, there will be a gentle transition from DSLR cameras into mirrorless. It might take 2 years, it might take 5 years, depending on the market. Good? Any questions? You look like you have a question.
You give the mic to that gentleman? It's closer.
I wanted to if you can.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to know if you can answer. Is it good to use the mirrorless or the DSLR when I'm doing the film? Which camera would you recommend?
Sorry. You mentioned specifically a film. Film, right? You want to shoot film, a feature film. Yeah? So, you should know the answer by now. DSLR, when we started this session, DSLR was designed to shoot photos. It's good. We're not saying it's bad. Okay? But I added one statement this morning. If you want to become big tomorrow, you should dream big today. Maybe. Yeah? Because dreaming big is free. Yeah? So if you want your movie tomorrow to become big, think the bigger thing is big.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. A DSLR is a DSLR. But the mirrorless can be a good B camera for your cinema cameras. But my friend here, Aslan, will try to help you take you of how you should docu short movies in a cinematic way. Yeah?
We will talk about mirrorless and DSLRs and how you can start with them, and then when you have a budget you can shift to the Cine series. It's really day and night. It's like suddenly you're driving a small bicycle and then you have a full-on 8-cylinder car. And you're like, wow, I wish I've done it earlier. But yeah, it's not bad to start. You can start with the Canon, the RP, or the 5D Mark IV, or if you have a 6D Mark II, whatever you have now, you can start with. And later on, when you see you are on a level that people are ready to pay you, or you have a story that is worth spending more money on, maybe don't buy the equipment immediately, just rent it out from a friend. If you like it and you started making money, you jump to the next level. Cool. And you had a question, sir? Can we have another mic for him?
Basically, my question is regarding the price range for the mirrorless, for the highest performing version of the mirrorless. What's the budget like in terms of price, and also what's the megapixels for the mirrorless compared to DSLR? Because I know, like, yeah.
The first mirrorless mirrorless from Canon is a 30.6 megapixel.
30.
30. So very, very high.
And the highest? Higher than that? Are you at 50?
My lips are sealed,
Yeah.
but we can give you up to 120 MP if you want.
120.
Soon.
Price.
Yes.
Price.
Price range, yeah.
I'm going to hold back my colleague here.
Okay.
The prices are ranging, starting from the basic mirrorless camera, which is 50,000 plus VAT, up
Yeah.
to 320,000. So they are,
Kenya shillings. Okay. And the highest?
the highest is 320,000
320. What's the which version is that?
ESR.
Yeah, ESR. Okay. Or like what we just took a look at.
Sure, yes.
Okay, that's 320,000.
Yes, plus
Okay.
VAT.
What's the megapixels on that?
That's a 30.
30. Okay, wonderful.
Hi, I'm Raphael. Personally, I am a diehard Canon user. We refer to ourselves here as the Canonites. I appreciate what you're doing with us for us here today. My question is related to what he asked about the megapixels. I would like for you guys to be able to help me understand whether the higher megapixel means a better image quality. And when we're even talking about that, when we're talking about the image processors, like I believe Canon revolutionized the industry with the Digic 4, I think, processor, which is a, yeah?
5 and 6.
Yeah, exactly. 5 and 6, I understand now on the way, which is fantastic. So I wanted to know, like, basically, with the megapixels, does it mean if I have a higher megapixel on the camera, I get a better resolution, or does it, like, also have to work with the image processor?
Okay. Very good question. Those of you who are listening to that question, okay? When it comes to megapixel, you need to start asking yourself, am I shooting a photo or am I shooting a video? If the answer to that is photo, then the next question is, what will I be doing with these photos later? That means, do you want to put it in an album? Or do you want to just show it with your computer? Or you want to show it in a billboard? Yeah? So, you need to answer that question. Now, if the answer to that question is yes, my client is asking me to shoot their product because they want to put it in their showroom. And at the same time, the same image will be shown in billboards, in streets. Yep, those big billboards. Then you need to find a megapixel camera, if that's the case, if that's the purpose. Okay. Now, have you heard about cameras like medium format? Phase 1, Mamiya, Hasselblad. Yeah? Hasselblad is more known in the medium format. And the average cost of a medium format camera is about $40,000 US. Okay? But the images that you're taking from any of the medium format are billboards. They were designed for billboards. It's not meant for birthday parties. It's not meant for like a corporate shot, because that's too much. Okay? So that's the first thing that you need to understand. Okay? Will I be shooting photo or video? Because when you're shooting a video, the camera will ask you, will you be shooting a full HD, a HD, a 4K, a 6K, an 8K? Irrespective of what is the megapixel of that camera, you have to make the choice. A full HD, a 2K, a 4K, or 8K tomorrow. It's not related to the megapixel. It only relates to the photo. So, in short, Megapixel is translated to how big you want to show. But even if you want
about a pixel. So let's say if you grab your phone and you zoom in and you zoom in and you put it next to your face and then you see a small dot, right? The new phones now you cannot even see that dot because it's super small. So that dot is called a pixel. So if you put one dot alone, that's one.